I think that we as a society could be better at giving ourselves the permission to do more of nothing. We've been trained to fill any void with plans, any silence with noise. It's just part of a culture that our society has cultivated and adopted. And honestly, I think it's what contributes to a growing laziness, disconnect, and apathy amongst people within the relationship we have with ourselves, with the relationships we have with each other, and the relationship we have with the environment. So, why did these thoughts pop into my head? One might wonder. So, today is the first time I left the house. I'm dog sitting here in Iqaluit, Nunavut, and I've been here since December 9th. It is now December 30th. So, it's been 3 weeks since I've been outside, at least been past the vicinity of the house where I take the dogs. The playground is making sounds. Anyway, other than that, I have not gone beyond the perimeter of the house and explored the town and all that. Not because I'm lazy, really. For the complete opposite reason. I am hyper locked in on getting shit done, catching up on work, which I don't think is necessarily always bad either. As a self employed nomad, I guess all my time really is free, but the way I structure my life, it can so quickly become an overflowing calendar, brimming over the top, where I have no free time. I think that now I'm at a point where I need to take a break for a second and take in my environment. I'm in this beautiful remote place on earth, and I haven't taken a second to actually see it other than through the windows of the house that I'm staying at, which is a beautiful view, by the way, making it hard to leave. But I've still been limiting myself to this narrow perspective. I think that I'm also noticing a lot of people on autopilot doing what they think they should be doing, spending their time how they think should be spent with the plans and the noise and the work that society deems normal. And the result of it all is that the voice of our own truth and intuition gets buried, and the further away we get from it, and the harder it becomes to hear it again. I notice this within myself when I pack my schedule way too full. Personally, it's really easy for me to slip into restlessness, and it's hard for me to do nothing because it's uncomfortable for me to do nothing when I'm not sleeping. So from like the moment I get out of bed to the moment I close my eyes at night, I have this drive to constantly create or plan or produce or write or capture or edit or exercise or yoga or improve myself, expand my skill sets, have meetings, optimize my time. Sometimes it makes me feel amazing, super empowered, enlightened, productive. And other times I feel myself slipping into autopilot, and I notice the weight of the overstimulation and feel far away from myself and from what balance and alignment and intentionality look and feel like for me. Then at some point, when it all becomes too much, I regain this sense of awareness, and I use the feelings that I have as data points and information on how I'd like to go about life differently moving forward. This is why I am outside right now. But it's the same idea, this constant stimulation, whether it's in the form of mindless consumption of media, of food, of drink, of information, or in the form of constant production, mass produced, hyper optimized output. It's the same idea. It's being on autopilot. It's staying in our comfort zone, in our systems, our processes in our zone, which all looks different to us. Not sure where I'm going with this, honestly, but I think generally we as a society could benefit from allowing ourselves to just be here without distraction, without stimulation, and just listen. And I think the world would collectively be better, happier, more in harmony, less lazy, less brain rot, less desensitized, less tense, more at peace if we just took a moment to chill out. Literally, too, all this frantic energy overload in the world, I think, is causing extra heat and friction for the planet on a large scale. Just a theory, backed purely by my energetic spidey senses. There's like an alarm going off. Is that for me? I don't even. But take the COVID era. While there was a lot of loss, and it was deeply unsettling in a lot of ways, priorities became clear. We were forced to face the harsh realities. And through it all, the planet healed. We were present. We had no choice but to be present. I am not saying we need more COVID. Hell no. But I think we need to shake up our world sometimes, create opportunities that take space, give us distance from what's familiar, from the routines and conventional patterning, which are not necessarily a negative thing. I think healthy routines are so powerful and essential, but when we are in situations where things are new and different and sometimes hard and uncomfortable, that's where we gain clarity. Portals are opened. We create the capacity for fresh perspectives. And it's when we learn the most about ourselves and each other, and where we adopt the tools that allow us to find peace amidst the inevitable chaos. Personally, it's when my most creative, real, and raw thoughts come about. Like this whole video. Just here, walking and talking, all because I took a break from my routine and left the house for the first time. This is also a different kind of video from my other ones. So thank you for being here and doing this new thing with me. Starting to not feel my fingers. Fuck. Travel is a great tool for shedding light on fresh perspectives and a great guide to help us more objectively evaluate and reevaluate our usual day-to-day situations. If we allow ourselves to really open our eyes, open our ears, open our senses to the experience. And when I say travel, it doesn't need to be some crazy big trip to the Arctic Circle. That's just personally how I like to roll because I'm extra like that. But sometimes it can be as simple as taking a route you've never taken before to get to the grocery store or explore a new farmer's market. Anyway, I am cutting myself off here because one, I can't feel my fingers on my face and I should probably warm up and focus on not falling into a ditch. And two, I'm cutting myself off before I get too preachy. Hopefully that wasn't preachy. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, I guess, other than encourage you to listen to what you already know deep down. I hope you have a lovely day. Get uncomfortable. Sit with your thoughts. Feel all the feelings. Sense all the senses. Catapult yourself into presence. See what comes up. Let me know what does in the comments below. Sending warm hugs. Till next time. I love and appreciate you.